in it. So let's say I'm going to speak. If I keep an offset of 5 milliseconds, you're going to hear a delay. Okay, generally it wouldn't, be so prominent to you, but it will be prominent to me. Then you can also see the status for your sources. So as you can see, all my sources are active. Okay.
I work for a company in IT, and my company just hired Lisa, and Jarvis, and Priya, and Nathan.
Hello?
It's not a...
And obviously an active source, is pretty much good for me. So, if you're doing this for any reason, which is beyond a hobby, if you're doing, gaming, you could get these different USB microphones. So the one you hear right now especially is the Shure MV7, and is the one that you saw in the main settings. And it's a USB mic. It's just plugged into my PC, so you could go to a sound mixer and mix it around as well, but this one's going directly to my computer right now. So you can have something like that for yourself as well if you want to change it on your audio properties on any computer. It just doesn't sound that great if you go with a default mic, so I recommend that you check a proper mic out, and you could get it easily from any place like Amazon or something like that. Now I'm going to show you some more audio settings and other settings from the settings tab, but we're going to get into that later on. Right now, because I want to show you the scenes towards the end, right now we just could handle one scene with multiple different sources, obviously, right? And we fixed our audio. We could actually start streaming, start recording to our local computer, okay? So that was, the basics of setting up multiple sources inside a scene. But we do have some settings, so I'll cover settings. Then we'll come back and cover different scenes, and then I'll show you the studio mode and some really advanced options that's going to really take this to the next level, okay? So let's go to the settings tab over here, okay? So inside the settings, we have the general tab, which you pretty much don't need to change anything because, most people usually leave everything here on default. And if you're streaming, you could get a confirmation box on the output. So over here, show confirmation dialog when stopping streams and everything. Just make sure that the confirmation box is there so your stream does not stop by accident, okay? Because accidents happen, and getting a confirmation box when the recording stops is a good feature to have for yourself, and it's something that I usually turn on if I were to stream, okay? So if you're turning on a stream, you could do that. Then we have the stream section, okay? Under the stream tab, this is very important because if you're streaming, you need to decide what platform you're going to stream on, obviously. And I would do this to YouTube, Twitch, or wherever I want. And let's say if I were to come to YouTube, you can see all these other servers. If I come to if I come to show all, you can see all these different platforms that you can actually get a stream on. And streaming on different devices helps you a lot with different cams and different streams. So there's tons and tons of streaming devices that are compatible with your you could say OBS, which is pretty incredible. And the connection process is really simple as well. You're going to connect your account, and once you connected your account to Twitch, what you can do from there is you can use a stream key, and that sets you up. And moving over to output. Now, when it comes to output, this is very important. This is related to streaming and recording, so you really need to see what's going on here. They do have advanced options that I, recommend YouTube, Twitch, or wherever I want. And let's say if I were to come to YouTube, you can see all these other servers. If I come to if I come to show all, you can see all these different platforms that you can actually get a stream on. And streaming on different devices helps you a lot with different cams and different streams. So there's tons and tons of streaming devices that are compatible with your you could say OBS, which is pretty incredible. And the connection process is really simple as well. You're going to connect your account, and once you connected your account to Twitch, what you can do from there is you can use a stream key, and that sets you up. And moving over to output. Now, when it comes to output, this is very important. This is related to streaming and recording, so you really need to see what's going on here. They do have advanced options that I, recommend. With a simple option, you should be able to get what you need. The streaming bitrate is very important by default. It's 2500. Most internet connections are going to be able to handle at 2500. But if you're doing something like a 1080p stream, I would recommend somewhere between 5,000 to 8,000, and then after your first stream review, make sure it's not really having any kind of lag issues. And if it's streaming pretty well, then you can stick with that. Anything over 8,000, you don't really need, unless in the future you want to do something like in the 4K streaming. But right now, 720 pixels or 1080p is where you want your stream to be. So I usually leave this around 5,000 audio bitrate. Okay, and the audio bitrate is also something you don't really need to go ahead into. Encoder, obviously, whatever hardware you have, you're going to encode it to that. Now, I obviously have a laptop, okay, so you can keep whatever hardware you want in that case. Encoder preset, you could use this as well. So I just have it. You could like have it on low latency performance, which basically keeps us very fast. You can also go with quality, and according to that, it basically sets things out for you. Now this is also very important because this is your recording path. This is where your videos are going to go to. So as we can see, I have set it to administrator video section, recording quality high, recording format MP4, and we've chosen the encoder. So right now it's obviously great for me because I'm already recording, so that's why it won't allow me to just change the actual destination. But this is where you can change all of that. I usually do a high quality medium size, and the recording format obviously on default is usually MKV, but MP4 is probably the most common and ones that
Dropshippers. Here's how to find the best selling products of any website and their suppliers. As a dropshipper, the hardest part is finding out which products will sell and the best places to buy them from. Then I found the Koala Inspector, and it
compatible with most devices, so I would definitely tell you to use this for yourself. Okay, and once you're done with all this, you're going to make sure to click on apply, because applying your settings is extremely necessary. Okay, and moving on, we go over to the audio section. Now again, here, not a lot of things to change. So once we've done that, we can see that we are back in our main interface. So now let's go over to the studio mode, because that is what I want to discuss with you. So once you click on studio mode, as you can see, it opens up two screens. So basically what's going to happen over here, in these two different windows, you can have the preview window on one side. This is basically where you could queue things up to go to the program window. And the program window is what the audience would see if you're streaming, for example, or what gets recorded. Okay, so you can transition from one to another, and I'll show you that in a second. But in order to use studio mode, you need to set up another screen. So what you're going to do is we're going to go over to scene. I'm going to go ahead and call this studio. Okay, and once we go over to studio, what's going to happen is, as you can see in the program screen, this is probably something that you can see for yourself. But over here, the basic presentation is the mode where you can't see anything. So if I were to come to this, as you can see both screens. But if I come to this, you can't see that screen. So what you're going to do over there is you're going to basically add views. So again, if I wanted to add a view, I'm going to click on this. Okay, I'm going to come to sources. I'm going to come over to display capture. And once we come over to display capture, click on OK. And over here, I'm going to switch my display. And click on OK. Now, as we can see, if I were to minimize this, you're probably only seeing this. You're not seeing the other screen that I have, because if I open up my OBS, you can see that this screen is also activated, and I can shift myself to that screen. Now, you're obviously only seeing my main screen, but I can see my OBS open on my preview screen as well. So, this is how all this works. Pretty easy, pretty fun stuff. And as you can see, as I'm drifting through the other screen, you can actually see on the preview window that I'm drifting through. But you won't be able to see that on the program screen when I'm gone. So, this is how you can use the different programs and different studio. I'll use onto this. You can choose the different paths, and you can also go past over to media source. You're going to basically add some type of media source on a loop for yourself if you want to. So I'm going to go over to browse files, and if there's any video that you want on a loop, you can basically add that for yourself. So if I come over to my captures, and if there is any short clip that I want to add, without the voice or anything, what we can do is we can simply go ahead and add that in for ourselves. Alright, so let's say there's this clip over here. I'm gonna add that. You're gonna keep the speed however you want. I'm gonna keep it on 146. Once we keep it on 146, you're gonna click on OK. And as you can see, this is starting. So if it's about to end, as you can see, it's gonna restart. So just like this, you can keep media source. Okay, now I'm gonna turn off media source. Oh, look at that. It's gone. So yeah, these are the main things that you can use on OBS and how you're going to use OBS for screen capture, maybe streaming or screen recording. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be making it a lot more for you. But then that is all from me, and I'll be seeing all of you wonderful people in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Why is it check? Why? Did I just get signed up?
stress is gone. Cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. And what happens more is that blood flow runs much better through the system. The nutrients, vitamins, minerals, oxygen, they get better to